Good morning again, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And this is going to be an exploration of a few connected subjects. You'll be familiar, I'm sure. Those are exhibitionism, fornication, promiscuity, and public displays of affection. And I want to be fair about this. I want to be equitable, looking at both sides, because there are two arguments, right? There's those people who are categorically against it for moral reasons. They believe that it's sinful no matter how you do it, no matter how you describe it, and it's best avoided under all circumstances. And unfortunately, we are human beings with human impulses. At some point in our development, we all reach a stage where we become exhibitionists after a fashion if left to our own devices, and it's perfectly natural, perfectly normal when we are ready to start being involved romantically with other people. It's expected. So it's not fair or reasonable to tell people not to be exhibitionists ever. And on the same token, there is a lot of wisdom in making life livable, right? Making some concessions in the name of being, alive, being a human being with the human condition, and doing some things that may be risky, right? A little bit risky in terms of dangers to yourself and other people. However, I want to weigh in on both sides. There is wisdom, great wisdom in understanding why these things can be avoided and should be avoided in most cases. So again, it's exhibitionism, fornication, public displays of affection, and promiscuity. So I want to tackle these in just a few minutes, one at a time. So exhibitionism, I've kind of already described. It's showing your body off, because, well, there's the question, why is it happening? Is it because there is a genuine natural impulse that has arisen by itself, or is it something that is being incentivized? Is it being coerced? Is it being monetized? Okay, because that's a whole different thing, isn't it? Then it becomes very likely that it's going to happen prematurely. It's going to happen in a toxic way. It's going to happen with strangers, random people, that is, which is never good. And the reason, as usual, defines the nature of the activity. So if you're being an exhibitionist because you genuinely want to and it's not commercial, you have my blessing. If you're being an exhibitionist because you're being bamboozled into it or paid to do it, well, that's going to screw you up. Honestly, I already know. So that's my feeling about exhibitionism, if it matters. So the next thing, fornication. What is fornication? Well, taking sex out of the bigger picture of love, that is the bigger picture where you have an expectation of permanency, an expectation of being with this person, enjoying your time together, having quality time together, sharing experiences, and perhaps even, God willing, some kind of family in the future, right? Where you can all share experiences together. Taking sex out of that bigger picture and indulging in lust, which is, being attracted, indulging attraction outside of that picture, actually carrying through with the lust, becomes fornication. This is my understanding of the meaning of the word. It's a very simple word. It just means sex without the rest of the picture, right? You're just not married. You're not connected. You have no expectation of permanency. It's the point at which you are having sex for recreation. It becomes sex for entertainment, and that's going to screw you up. It is. Okay, give me one example of when sex for entertainment is justifiable. Is it going to help you? Is it? It's risky for no good reason. It's what we call making an irreversible decision casually. A casual but irreversible decision. Okay, public displays. Public displays are a big gray area. I'm going to be honest. There's no rule about it. It's just, again, the nature of the activity, the reasons behind it, the motives. Why are people being loving? Are they doing it for commercial reasons? Again, are they doing it to manipulate people? Are they doing it to create an impression or influence? Or is it just a natural, honest, healthy impulse? Okay, because it makes a huge difference. Again, every single time, the motive, the reason for it predicts what's going to come out of it. Garbage in, garbage out, but also something good in, something good out usually. So public displays are potentially dangerous. It depends on how and why and when, where, who, what, all that stuff. So finally, promiscuity. Promiscuity is different for men and women. Men and women are different from men and women. And this is a big discussion. People are confused about this. They say, well, gender is just what we say it is. It's whatever you want it to be. It can change willy-nilly. But turns out men don't get pregnant. And this is the basis for the difference. Women carry a disproportionately high or large risk by indulging in sex. If they get pregnant, and I'll talk about contraception in a second, but women will potentially, be down for 9 months with a commitment, a physical commitment, a big physical challenge, after which they have a dependent, and the male at any point, including in the middle of coitus, is able to just jump up and leave. This creates a situation where there is a difference in terms of promiscuity where it is appropriate perhaps for men, or at least not condemnable, but for women it can be extremely dangerous to not know who the father was, to not know who's responsible for this child, to not know if she's going to have to do something about it, or to actually, get pregnant on accident. Hopefully we can agree that accidental pregnancy is best avoided most of the time. So contraception, you say, well, none of this is relevant because I have contraception. Okay, well, on the subject, this is an aside, but you cannot prevent your heart from getting pregnant. And if we're being honest, conception doesn't start, life doesn't start at conception. It starts before that. I'm going to go even further. I'm going to say that life starts the moment you meet your lover. If it's proper, if you love them like you should, life starts the moment you lay eyes on that person and your hearts begin to commingle, so to speak. And contraception has nothing to do with that. It's just a physical barrier, as you know, prevents the physical act of becoming pregnant, but it also, in the same gesture, removes the risk of having sex. If it's, modern contraception, it's pretty effective. So what happens, what do we know about risk? And I don't want to diverge too far down this road, but risk is a bottom line multiplier for any wager. And if you're wagering that you will be successful and happy with a person in a relationship, assuming that's even on your list, otherwise you're just being lustful and fornicating, like I said earlier. If you're wagering that this is going to work out, what does contraception do to you? By removing the risk, you reduce your bottom line multiplier. And this is just basic logic. If there's no risk, there's no reward. And this is always true. If you take out the risk, there's no incentive for her to bond with you. So she and the men find themselves in a pattern of serial monogamy at best, or group sex, right? Okay, so here's the last one, promiscuity. A female who indulges in promiscuity, who has contraception, she loses her sensitivity, and this is objectively true. Prove me wrong. Okay, so she loses her sensitivity. She starts viewing people, whether she wants to or not, as a revolving kind of entertainment system, because that's what she has been taught. That's what her life has become. She starts viewing men and prospective mates as a revolving entertainment system. And there can be no greater injury to the sensitive organ that you might call a heart. Her ability to bond with somebody, her ability to be happy in life. And yes, she can at some point become physically pregnant, but how's it going to look? I'm telling you the heart is real. I'm telling you that men and women are different. And I'm telling you that the reasons you do things in life, especially sex, being the center of one of the most important things you can do in life, and that is to love each other, all matter tremendously. You can minimize it. You can ridicule it. You can use technology to make it irrelevant, but it only hurts you. It only makes your life miserable, and it can make you into a criminal. Actually, turns out, just because you erase the evidence doesn't mean that you didn't do something wrong. Reach out if you like with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.